YouTube. Thank you for following us on Twitter.
Yes.
Thank you for following us on live stream. We are so happy to be in the studio. It's like when we come together, I mean, it's not
magic.
It is. It's not that we don't see each other often, but there is just such a chemistry between the two of us. It is nothing funny. But just to let you know,
you have to let them know.
No, but there's such a chemistry between the two of us that no one could have told her or myself that we would have been friends a year or two ago. We didn't know each other. We just came together. We met, and she clicked. And I'm gonna tell you why we clicked. She had on a wrap, and that's why we clicked. She don't know. But a lot of women don't wear wraps, but I do.
Right.
I wear wraps, oh my God, consistently. And she came into our Bible study, and I said, sister got on a wrap. And I was like, wow, not many women wear wraps in South Florida because there's really not a need.
Right.
But that was just something that the Lord did for me with the wraps and the covering. And I was like, wow, and I was instantly connected to her. And we didn't just like, bam, we started being together. We walked it out in a slow process.
God did that, I think. God really orchestrated our relationship because, and I love it because, you know, sometimes when you start off with a friendship, one person is either overly aggressive. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
And it's like but when you let God take it and mold it and grow it, it just grows into such a beautiful flower.
Yes.
You know, and it blossoms. And I think that's what happened with us because it really, there was no pressure from me. There was no pressure from you. It was, you know, and now we can't live without each other.
Yeah. and it was. And it was so beautiful because when my children met her, my children fell in love with her. When my sister met her, my sister fell in love with her because there was no cover up, and my sister don't play. When it comes to me, my sister got the mentality is no, cut you off, you know, it's not happening. And then my grandchildren, and it was so immediately. Even my husband, the whole family fell in love with her, and we call her Auntie Cretia Boo. And
thanks to Miss Julia Maxwell.
And it just happened, and there was no pressure. She didn't have to try and pretend to be anyone. She was just herself, and it matched so good. Now, I mean, and there was no aggression. We didn't have any issues with one another. I didn't put any pressure on her.
Yeah, she starved me today, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't put any pressure on her to talk to me, to see me, or anything like that. I don't have to call her and say, oh, you didn't call me today. Now, I did call her about Alice in Wonderland. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, she was a little spiffy with me, but she wasn't. She went around the world that day and was supposed to go with me. But anyway, we're not going to talk about personal.
Yeah, so, but she was just who she is, and I can appreciate that. And that she has not allowed anyone to smother Lucretia. And Lucretia can be Lucretia.
And forgive me out there, those who think I was mean or anything like that, but nobody controls my life but God.
That's right.
And, you know, we have to also get to a point as individuals, you can't be smothered. When somebody's smothering you, there's a problem.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I like where I'm at.
That's right. And there are lines in relationships.
Yeah.
And that comes with the cover-up.
Absolutely.
You, as a woman, there's an imaginary line that you can't cross with another woman.
That's right.
And you have to know when you're close to the line, and then you have to back up. Because what begins to happen, I find, with a lot of friends, is possession. They want to possess the person so much that they want to be able to dictate everything the person do. No, you do not possess a person. You just love them. You enjoy the relationship. You make the best out of it. And that's what I'm finding. I think we'll talk about that on our next show.
We will.
Because you cannot, because it doesn't belong to you. That is an individual. And let that individual be that individual. I don't care if that individual wants to run, scream, skip, hop, whatever they want to do. It's their choice. Your job is just to love me.
Yeah, that's it.
And let me be me.
You know, it's funny because I was thinking about when you were talking, you know, men don't have those problems. You know, they just sit around and it's either yes, no, black, white, 1, 2, you know?
That's it.
With us, it's like, oh, God, oh, the flowers are green. No, they're purple. No, they're red, you know? And just, you know, there's everything.
Yes.
It's so much involved.
Yes.
And sometimes we just need to sit back and just enjoy whoever God has given you as a friend in your life.
Yes, yes.
You know, don't hog them, you know, and don't try to possess them. And even sometimes, you know, she sometimes might do something I disagree with, or I might do something she disagrees with. But you know what? There's a amount of respect that we owe to one another. And she'll tell me, you know, like, girl, well, you know, you ain't supposed to do that. You know, vice versa. But that's a true friend.
Yes, yes.
You know, versus someone who's just not gonna say nothing and let you keep bumping your head over and over again. You know?
So, yeah, and I enjoyed that because we didn't have to pretend with one another. I am who I am, and that's just who I am. A lot of, even with my kids, even with my home, this is what you see is what you get.
That's it.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I never put a veil on. What you see is what you get. I'm not trying to be anybody that God did create me to be. I know who I am, and I'm confident in that, and that's how you got to be as an individual. A woman or a man, even men, because there are some men that are not even confident in knowing who they are. And as women, if you're married, you got to build up his confidence.
That's right.
And that's one of the things I did for my husband, because, oh God, it was horrific when I married him. You know, he was really going through a hard time, and he really didn't care because he had really lost the love of his life. He was raising Julia by himself. So it was really hard, but I allowed him to be himself. And he's doing great.
And that matters in a marriage, because I think that when I struggled with my husband for so long, it's because I was trying to make him be who I wanted him to be, instead of accepting who he is. And now that I've come to find that, I'm like, you know what? Oh, forget that. I'm wasting so much mental energy on this. I could be, you know, reading. I could be studying. I could be doing so many other things.
Writing that book. Oh, I had to turn away. Writing that book.
Writing the book, yes. And doing things that I'm supposed to be doing. And, you know, now that I sit back and relax, it's a lot easier for me. You know, because he's being who he is.
That's right.
He's been, and he's going to be
That's
been.
Right.
That's who he is.
Yeah. We don't have to put on, we don't have to act, we don't have to, you know, a lot of people always used to say, carry that Coach purse and carry that Gucci bag. You can't have a knockoff. Well, if you want a knockoff, get you a knockoff. It's up to you.
Who cares?
It's your choice.
And I think you're silly to spend, okay, all right, let me tell you. Okay.
Yeah, you better take
silly.
that.
But then, no, you're not silly, because I remember I used to do it.
Yeah.
Okay? But don't, the bags are $2,500, $3,000. You know, why do that when you know your payment's behind in your car? But that's a whole nother
yes, it
show.
is.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's the cover up.
That's the cover up.
Because I want my girls to see that I got it like that. When I step out the door, I'm slamming, I'm looking good. But let me tell you something. I know where to get the shoes from. I know where to get the purse from. I know where to get the clothes from.
Holla!
Yes, and I know how to put it together and make it look just as expensive and just as good.
Holla!
And nobody will know.
How you doing?
How you doing?
We'll be right back after these messages.